Nickelodeon shows and everything.
Like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That was messed up.
That was the weirdest freaking show ever. I mean, I think he almost died. Like, every episode.
Every single episode.
Like, something wanted to kill him every freaking time.
No, something wanted to kill his little grandparents out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yeah. And then the freaking grandpa pulls out that mask.
Why is he
that one again, Garrett?
Why is he telling Courage if he's screaming his eyes out every single time?
Because he's the one that saves them at the end of every episode.
Well, what's weird is, like, the title's actually an oxymoron.
Just like
legitimately
how
Courage
like
the Cowardly
another
Dog.
weird show I was thinking of was like Ed, Ed and Eddie. It wasn't really weird. It was just like
No, have you
that was
seen?
poorly animated for a great
yeah,
show.
it was just weird.
Honestly.
No, the show is great, but like, have you seen people's like background, like what they think the true meaning of that show was?
Dude,
Probably somebody high as balls.
No, they think that like the cul-de-sac that it was like filmed in or whatever, or based on, that's like all these kids like ghosts, like souls. It's weird. They're like all dead.
What shit do you read?
Yeah, did you not
I
see
don't
the
read
final
it.
episode?
Okay, well, I forgot.
The
tell.
final episode,
Just like
whenever
Peyton saying they're like
Eddie
the
woke up
Buddhist.
from a dream,
Yeah,
and they were in
for
the
real.
future.
What is it?
Yeah.
And then
Huh?
What's up with Peyton
Should we all
sitting
sit
like a
like
Buddhist
Peyton?
idol?
Yeah. Why are you sitting like that?
You sound like an
How
old
about you
human
get
being.
comfortable?
You look like L from Death Note.
Looks like a fucking monkey.
You know you're sitting.
Shut up, you
You
champ.
look like a monkey.
Yeah, Blake, you're literally spreading eagle to the entire world right now.
What, man spreading?
Yeah.
Dude, look, hey, it's just
Aw.
because he has the heater right there. It's chilling his
Yeah. He's got a
If it isn't already musty enough.
balls.
Oh shit.
That Florida swamp ass.
There you go, Florida swamp ass.
Oh, that turned quickly.
Yeah.
What the
Well,
heck just
so
happened?
now that we have no other things to talk about with that, let's move on to our next topic, which is
Coronavirus, I guess.
gosh.
COVID-19.
So, yeah,
Literally,
yeah.
hey, if you want it, like, if y'all actually think about it, this is like a product of COVID-19. If that wouldn't have happened, we wouldn't have been
It's an
doing this.
experiment.
Okay,
Isolation
but, like-
of the virus.
Okay,
Really?
but
'Cause
like,
I thought we were just a
social
bunch of good friends.
distancing is literally keeping
We
six
are,
feet
but
apart.
like,
So
me and
you and Blake
didn't-
didn't come up with this idea, like, well, never mind. It would have been a thing because we came up with it on a school night. You stayed the night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Stay on a school night. Yeah.
So never mind.
And
I
then
wish
the
my
universe
parents
shot
would
back
show me
with the
things
COVID-19.
Well, it's because I don't.
But at
yeah,
least we all got
yeah.
time. I mean, the plague's kind of a good thing.
Yeah,
it's just-
it's okay.
Until everybody turns into a witch doctor trying to fix this
Quack.
shit.
Oh my god.
You're gonna be seeing people
There's just,
shout
like-
from the heavens, "Come back!"
Now there's like so many theories of like the world ending now. Like it's biblical or whatever, you know.
Hey, newsflash, we are definitely not going to get hit by a planet killer asteroid next month, so
I'll keep
we're
on
fine.
seeing that on Instagram.
Yeah,
It's
we're
like-
fine.
We're fine.
March
Just-
Madness.
March Madness.
Okay, let's talk about why does it feel like the world's gone downhill since 2016?
Because we ran out
Not-
of
well,
paper.
No,
It's just 'cause
the
we're-
world,
no.
the world actually ended in 2012.
Okay.
And we're just. Well, that
This
one
is
makes
the
sense.
afterlife.
Well, hey,
This afterlife
no,
sucks.
Back to the Future had a the future in 2018, I think, and the world was perfectly
2016.
fine, or 2016, whatever. It was
No, it's
perfectly fine.
2015.
I'd say the world was.
They had
really
everything.
bored.
They had flying cars. They had Jaws 5 for some reason, because they just had to make more Jaws movies.
They had a hoverboard Fortnite.
Yeah, sequel.
Oh, they predicted Fortnite.
Why are we talking about
2015,
Fortnite?
they legitimately predicted hoverboards.
Oh yeah.
How
Now that I
about
think about
Fortnite
sequels,
I think
got the idea off of Back to the Future?
I was about to
Dumbass.
say,
Be honest.
yeah, Back to the
God
Future.
damn.
They kind of did rip them.
No, but wait. So, I kind of want to change the subject, but like every sequel movie I see is awful for some reason.
Every sequel?
It's
Every
every
sequel.
third movie. Every
Okay,
third
our
movie
manager
is the
at
worst.
Film Alley calls it sequelitis.
Okay,
Like Jumanji.
Hey,
That
this
was
is
fine.
This was not that
Hey,
bad.
No, hey.
I didn't like
so
it.
you're gonna tell me that the second and third movies of all three Star Wars trilogies have
That's
sucked?
like the
Yes.
only exception,
Sort
I
of.
feel
Or
like.
Star Trek, because Star Trek has some pretty good.
Well, if we're
sequels.
talking about the sequels
Whoa,
to Star
whoa.
Wars, then that's like it's so. They were okay.
I'm gonna give it to you. Episode 8 sucks balls.
Yeah.
I think
But
the
literally, Episode 9 and Episode 7 are kind of pretty
Good.
damn good.
I think
Yeah.
the worst Star Wars episode is definitely 2 in my opinion. I don't like 2.
So
A
you'd
lot of
rather
people-
watch 8,
don't-
then
I-
2.
Phantom Menace.
Well, are
My
we counting? Are
favorite
we really
one.
counting the Last
Yeah.
Jedi as a Star Wars movie? To be honest, it's so
Nah,
bad.
everyone
It should-
hates the Phantom
It's not even
Menace.
by the.
It's
like,
not
boring.
Star
exciting.
Wars.
Yeah,
It's
boring.
really it's more like
It's a very
politics.
slow story.
The Star
And then
Wars. It's
2
literally
starts to pick
that's.
up, and 3 is just
Attack
a-
on Clones.
Star Wars
3's
Last
a
Jedi.
masterpiece.
3
It's
is a
on-
bet like one of the.
It's
a
literally
freaking
on
masterpiece.
Netflix just to get more clout because of how bad it is.
And Disney Plus.
Are
Is it
Star
on
Wars
Disney
movies even
Plus?
still
Well-
on Netflix?
Wait, what?
Star Wars movies?
Yeah, are they
No.
still on
That's the only
Netflix?
one I know that's on there.
I think The Last Jedi was the last one we put on there, and I don't think there's another one since.
No, there's.
No, there
No, hang on.
It-
They
that's how
put,
bad
they
it
put
is.
Solo on there, but I think they all took them off when Disney.
Not all
Plus shut
sequels are bad. Like The Incredibles 2, I freaking love that. That was a really great. Everybody loved that movie.
It was like, what,
That's
five
Yeah,
why I'm
but
saying,
that's
that's
coming.
why I'm saying number 3 is like the downside, because even in the X-Men series and
Oh,
all
yeah.
those different things, number 3, they even said it in the X-Men movie when they were talking about going to see a movie just before they got attacked by not Magneto, by
Jean.
Stryker. It was
Striker.
on their way back, and they were like, the third movie always sucks, and it was when young Jean Grey said that.
Hey, what about the X-Men timeline with all their
That's
movies?
so
There's been
fucked
like
up.
there's
Yeah.
been like so many movies.
Have y'all seen the trailer for the New Mutants? It's
Yeah.
a scary
Dude,
movie.
it's like
It
insane.
got
You know what's
canceled.
insane?
It,
What?
it was supposed to come out like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, I saw the trailer like 2 or 3 years ago, but it's a whole different cast now. I think.
Yeah.
I
And
think
they
they
have
had to,
different
like, redo
powers.
the
It's
cast.
honestly, I don't like movies like that. They like come out like 2-3 years early, and it's like trailer. Then you don't see shit for like 3 years. And
Yeah.
It's like,
And then it
hey,
finally
remember
comes out.
this movie?
Remember this
Let's
movie
gonna,
that
we're
everyone
gonna try
forgot
to throw
about?
this out now.
I mean, that's what happened with The Hunt. Like, that was supposed to come out last year, and then it just came out this year.
You know what's insane? I've never seen the actual. Like, I've never seen a trailer for The Hunt until it came out like into the.
You
movie
weren't working
theaters.
at film by the time whenever we first got the trailer.
I kept
But like
seeing-
even then, I've never seen it like on YouTube or on TV.
I
or
kept seeing
anything.
the Hunt ads on freaking Snapchat. Like they'd pop up and I can't skip through them, and it's just all these like quotes, and I'm like, this isn't even a trailer. It just shows a pig, and then
Yeah.
a lot of quotes.
The-
Oh
the
my God. I'm like,
posters-
this isn't a freaking.
The poster at Film Alley on the screen
The posters
that they
misleading.
show it on, it says most advertised movie that no one came to see. That's what it says, and it just has a pig on it.
Hollywood.
Like, what's
Yeah,
the
and then
pig
I
you
heard
for?
that- Oh, I heard that whole movie is like all about politics. It's the most.
That's
most-
pretty much.
It's
how
like the
2020
most
is.
political movie
It's like
ever.
a ripoff between The Purge and The Hunger Games.
Yes.
That's how it is when
No,
Donald
that's-
Trump is
that's
president.
literally how it
Because
is.
rich people are trying to kill poor people.
Like I
but
can't
at the
even
same time,
like I can't watch SNL
No, I mean,
anymore
that's
because
literally
it's
how
just
it
so
was.
politically retarded.
Okay, parts of SNL are pretty funny. Like
I did. There's just some parts
like
when
when-
they do like their news thing, like they act like they're doing the news thing,
Yeah.
and
But,
they
like,
talk
some-
about liberal.
Some of like the guest stars with their skits, they're pretty funny.
Hmm.
But like when they just
I
try
like
to
the
do their,
one.
they
There was
try
like,
to
Like
I
Kate
don't
McKinnon
know.
does a really good Elizabeth Warren and Hillary
Uh-huh.
Clinton and
I've
Ruth
seen-
Bader Ginsburg, where she's like,
I like how they
"I'm
reenact
back
like.
in the game, guys."
I liked how they reenact like different events that have happened.
I was
with
laughing
politics.
so hard when Adam Driver came on both times. He did like
Yeah.
Matt the radar technician, then Matt
I just-
the freaking.
I
Oh
just
my
miss like the
God.
old '90s SNL, like with Will Ferrell, like when he started becoming popular. That's how I got into like the.
Yeah, like
movies.
Will
Yeah.
Ferrell. It had like good Adam Sandler. it
Okay,
had-
I'm not saying this to be like racist or anything, but In Living Color with Jim Carrey and the Wayans brothers was where it's at. It's back in the '80s. It's really bad, but it's also the
Yeah.
best stuff on earth. With
I miss
and then
Jim
also
Carrey.
when we had the '80s with
had like
uh,
Jamie Foxx in it.
yes,
that one.
It's-
it was
Yeah.
awesome.
Speaking of Jim Carrey, I saw a video of him like
No,
do
we
his
never
Grinch,
talked about Jim
like his
Carrey.
Grinch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he just did. He said something about Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
He's
Jim
in
Carrey
Sonic,
and the Wayans
sorry.
brothers.
But like he did like his Grinch facial expression. It was freaking creepy.
It's like this.
It's a good dude. He's really.
But it's
I don't know
like
how he does
the
it.
way he can move his face is so freaking.
It's like
weird.
worse than
Yeah.
Bill
Yeah.
Skarsgård.
Yeah,
or
the one he
whatever.
does Pennywise.
Pennywise.
Mhm.
His little like
His lip
little-
thing.
Yes.
That doesn't even
lip-
come close to what
That's crazy.
Jim Carrey can do.
Yeah, Jim Carrey does.
Y'all want to
Jim
talk about
Carrey's
the
a-
Sonic movie?
I was
never
thinking
saw
about
it.
that. I was
I
literally.
want
thinking
to
about
see.
I
I want to
never got
see
to
the
see it.
abomination they were about to make. I want to see the whole movie, but with the like original Sonic that they were gonna
Oh
put in.
gosh.
I
that
bet
would be
I just
scary.
wanted to
that. I bet
see
it's
it.
somewhere
I'm
deep
pretty
down somewhere. In
I'm
the
pretty sure
files
they
somewhere.
had the original cut, but they just, put it in a little box.
They probably didn't
and just,
finish it.
No, and-
honestly, they probably didn't
No,
finish.
what
I
if-
think they finished it because like you can't
Like-
make a big trailer like
Oh,
that.
I was
Hey,
without
what if it
finishing
comes out on DVD and it's like
The
included-
bonus?
Yes, the
Yeah.
bonus features is just the original movie with
No,
the
you just got-
original
you just got
tracks
one-
on it.
You just got one new one, like the new one that was really good. It gets
What's
for
up?
a bigger
That
price. and
screen just turned off. That's it. There you go.
Okay, sorry.
And then the old, okay, so the newer one's like, it's like, which is like the newer Sonic or whatever. It's like for a big price. You get the old one just like sitting there. Nobody's buying it. The shelf's empty. There's just all
It's
of them
just
haven't
Sonic.
been bought.
The old one.
It's like those off-brand movies, like the B movie, and you have an off-brand B movie, like you know what I'm like. Talking
No,
about?
okay,
Lost
so
movies.
I heard this
The
from
one movie.
one of our buddies at work. So apparently they did that on purpose. They messed up Sonic on purpose to get people rolling, and it self-advertised itself.
Oh, so they did that to make.
They got a whole lot of traction on it, because I feel like
That's
they
Because
are,
everyone's
they
a
are-
critic.
Exactly.
So they legit just did it. For
Well,
the clout.
that's
They just
Sonic.
did it for the clout.
That Sonic character was one of the ugliest fucking animals I've ever seen in my entire life.
It didn't even. It
Blake,
looked like
have you
a,
seen yourself in the mirror?
No.
Oh.
Oh. Savage level 100.
How can
Hey.
you see when he can't even open his
No,
eyes up? all the
imagine-
way?
Oh my god!
Imagine
And I
if
thought
they-
I was bad.
Imagine they kept the original design for Sonic. Imagine how Tails and Knuckles would look like.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
something that no,
Knuckles would be freaking
bro.
scary.
That's something that no one else is talking about. What would a Thane look like?
Dude, I
He
think
would have
Bane.
been jacked.
They look-
Dude, I was thinking like for like the
Dude,
like
Knuckles would have
the
been like a jacked version.
No,
of
it
him.
would have been like that one drawing when he became a meme. Remember?
Oh my
Uganda
God.
Knuckles.
Oh my god!
Ugly.
Uganda and Knuckles.
Oh my
Do
God.
you know the way?
You know the way.
Bro, they need to make the sequel.
that'd be
The
great.
sequel to Sonic, because they're gonna make one. Because spoiler alert, in the end, Tails comes in.
Oh,
And
Is it
really?
really?
Yeah.
Decent, I guess.
I
for,
liked
like-
his character. He was
But
really
I feel
good.
like
I feel like he was the only good
the
one. in it.
perfect character for him would be a taller and a little bit bigger Danny DeVito.
What?
No,
Yes,
he would have been
yeah.
awful for.
Dude, that'd be so
A
good.
little bit taller Danny DeVito.
A lot
That's-
taller.
yeah.
than DeVito.
That's
Okay,
kind of weird.
I
Like,
think Jim Carrey was the only like
person who could.
good actor.
They need to honestly.
no, he was the best comedian.
He was the best one. He
And
fell off.
he had a terrible childhood. Like I was reading an article about him one day because I was just trying to kill time, and it was like an article that popped up because I probably just watched one of his SNL skits or something, and it talked about how he was abused and how his parents were in and out of jobs. They couldn't have a stable family relationship, and he was having to put his acting career on the line so that way he could provide for the family. And it was just all this messed up stuff that no child should have to deal with when they're that young. But he got through it, and kudos to him because he's actually been able to do this great legacy and this great performance.
That's probably
And
where
now it's being shot at because, why not do a hashtag Me Too to every great successful person in Hollywood or anything?
You know,
Even if it's rightfully justified, still, it's just all this this negative
Yeah.
emotion and negative focus on our society that we don't need in this day and age because there's
Yeah.
so much of it.
And
yeah.
then when you look at Adam Sandler.
Oh god.
I
dude.
love Adam
Okay,
Sandler.
have y'all seen speaking of actor backgrounds, Joaquin Phoenix, his childhood?
He's so
He's literally the Joker. Like he's literally like that.
Beaten by his relatives or his aunt or mom.
Yeah, dude. Like his
Weird.
I think his older brother died when he was little. Like he was abused.
I just feel like the best Joker was Heath
Heath
Ledger.
Ledger.
It's
Yeah.
just so good.
Heath
His
Ledger-
And
act-
did you know what he
Heath
did to
Ledger-
practice for that?
Honestly, Heath Ledger got so good because he got so
In character.
involved
yeah,
with that
because he was
character.
for a month straight. He was acting like the Joker.
I heard that
right?
he,
No,
would
he
lit-
went-
he would literally lock himself in his trailer and he would just sit there and try and get in that mindset.
Yeah.
He
And
went
for him
and
to
visited.
be that insane,
Yeah.
but it was a damn good.
He deserves that
Yeah.
Oscar.
And then
Yeah.
it's too bad because he's not with us anymore. But
Yeah.
he spent so much time because he went to the insane asylums. He actually went time and observed certifiably insane people to see their mannerisms, how they acted, and what they would say to response to stimulus. And so he was able to copy that because he was able to transpose that relationship with the world for the people onto his own performance, which is brilliant. Not many actors can do that.
I think
Right.
I think what Heath Ledger really nailed on was being the comic book version of the Joker.
Yeah,
like the crazy, action
Joaquin
packed.
Phoenix was more of the
Joaquin
one that,
Phoenix was just
The drama performance.
exactly because it was
Yeah.
literally I think Joaquin Phoenix was in the mindset, the Joker was in the the movie was based on the Joker's mindset and how a society like that can turn a dude like him insane.
I think.
And then Heath Ledger nailed on the action, the
Yeah.
all out craziness,
Yeah.
just
over the
He's
top.
perfect.
He was
for
over
that.
the top,
He
the
literally blew up a
no,
hospital and was walking out in a freaking nurse's gown.
and just blows it.
Yeah, and just
But,
he
the
looks
no-
back, he's like, What's wrong?
Like
What's
the
wrong?
no mercy aspect.
Yeah, having
like
no conscious
walk,
effort. Of
exactly.
killing.
He wasn't reasonable whatsoever.
He
But
literally slammed
Joaquin
a dude's
Phoenix,
head, yeah.
his performance, he was reasonable.
Well,
He was
like
trying to
Heath
contain himself
Ledger.
for most of the
Exactly.
movie.
Heath Ledger would just you know, I think just Joaquin Phoenix and his part of the Joker movie is just totally mentally fucking insane.
Yeah.
Well,
like he
that's-
just doesn't give a shit. Like, at all.
Currently, that's really the trend with Hollywood. They're trying to make these old classic shows woke, in with the times, modernized, and it's honestly on the way to ruining the franchises. I'm just gonna call out Star Trek because that's the one that I really know. But like the latest shows they've created with Discovery, especially, even though you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, they tried to make it woke. They allowed cuss words in Star Trek when it's not. It's supposed to be a utopia of what
Right.
society could be. There was no cussing. There was all these great aspects of how we could work together and solve a problem, but now it's just become so dark, and they're like, oh, it's woke, it's for the young generation. But you also got to pander to the fan base, and if the fan base doesn't like it, then they're still not going to tell new people that they have new friends.
Yeah.
And especially for
exactly.
Star Trek, having
Yeah.
such a gigantic fan base.
I mean,
Yeah.
They literally
they've
have
gone back years and
Yeah.
Exactly.
decades, just
TV
decades.
shows.
ago.
like I think they have a
movies.
bigger fan base than Star Wars. do.
Honestly, they probably.
I
it's
don't know about
close.
that.
Because-
it's close.
Okay, but like honestly, I think Star Trek has the most genuine fan base.
Well,
Yeah,
Fair
Star Wars.
enough.
Star Wars more.
Star Wars is
Star Wars
like
really get more clout in the kind of
Mhm.
like past few
because
years.
people are
just
just
'cause
watching
Disney
it
and
just to
everything.
be in with it, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
Star
so
Trek,
good,
like
though.
like a normal person that doesn't like Star Trek can't just sit through all the Star Trek movies.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's
Like,
also a TV series.
The one
isn't
good,
it?
Yeah.
There are.
The one big difference between Star Trek and Star Wars though is Star Wars. They came out with 3 movies back in like the 70s/80s.
Mm.
Star Trek came out with TV shows,
Yeah.
movies.
They basically were always
and,
switching
like, books.
platforms.
But like Star Wars stayed with like 3 movies for like a good probably 20, 30
and then they
years.
started a new trilogy.
I've never
And
been into
then
Star
they
Trek.
started
All right,
again.
don't mind me. I'm just checking it. How-
And there's plenty of people too that are like, it's a kid in a candy store. They can't choose between which one that they like better,
yeah.
which is great, and that's cool. But then there's also the aspect like within Picard, which is the newest series. There's the head admiral, which is like the leader of the entire fleet. She literally cusses every time she talks on the show, and it's like, no, even though it's supposed to be portraying a side of Starfleet that's supposed to be like behind the scenes that you don't really see, we're not supposed to be embracing that. Like she says she always, like her nickname is Admiral. No, it's Admiral Clancy. It's literally the worst thing on Earth because
Yeah.
it's like, no, and they all pretend like they hate Picard, and he was like the milestone character that they had no idea was coming along in the 80s. And it was like all this stuff, and anyway, we're like, you know, it's in this time that where they're trying to make it woke, they're trying to bring back all these great things, when Hollywood needs to just pull it out of their rear end and figure out that they need to get new ideas.
Well, they can't because okay. Well,
Creative.
give me a sec. Good job, Carter. That was a really good speech. Sorry, this thing only has a. This thing only has like a 20 minute thing, so I have to turn it on.
So
like,
did you
10 or
reset
30,
it?
20 minutes. Yeah, it's
Okay.
we're all good.
And shout out, one last thing, because I'm just on my soapbox right now. Shout out to Alex Kurtzman. You need to stop trying to do your own agenda.
Quit!
I know you can have your own ideas. You can have your own stuff. You can have little stuff in there, but you need to stay strictly to the original stuff. I like what you're doing. I like what you have so far, this new character base and all this stuff. The crew of the Discovery would be great if we had more of the original series and more of the next generation elements in the show. I know you're trying to set them apart.
Are you talking about like the director?
Yeah, well, no, not the director, just
is
the
it?
overall plot line and everything. And
He's the
Try
one
to-
who wrote it.
no,
Or
he's
is he a character?
He's the showrunner. J.J.
okay.
Abrams and Alex Kurtzman started the 2009 Star Trek movies, which is the newest ones, the reboots. And then he sent Alex Kurtzman off to do the shows. And so Kurtzman has been painting his own picture. And as we've been able to see with Nerdrotic and all these different shows that are talking about YouTube channels that are talking about how terrible it is, listen to them. Take their advice. They're literally giving you free advice on how to make it better and how it's supposed to be more obtainable for people to see.
That's what I
And
want.
that's
Take their
exactly
advice.
and that's exactly what they supposedly did with Sonic, even though they probably already had it.
It took
down.
them a
It was just a
while.
Yeah.
I mean,
publicity
it
stunt.
was a pretty quick redesign.
It was
For-
yeah, like
that's-
for an entire
For an
movie.
entire
movie.
movie, they pumped that thing out pretty damn quick.
Dude, it literally took them like
Yeah.
a month.
But I'm off my soapbox.
for-
Just take the
Not
advice.
And
It
for a
was
full
just-
CGI movie like that, it should probably take
Mm.
about 6
It should
months.
It should be here. Can you like do that again? I just want to make sure everything's good.
And just for the viewers' ideas of what we're doing, we're trying to make sure that everything's going good because this is still a trial run.
Yeah, this is like the most like on a budget,
How
on
long
a
have we
whim.
been on?
This is
Huh?
ghetto.
How long have
hell.
we been running? Because there is a
Check the
specific
time.
for
20
the starter
minutes.
20
level
minutes?
YouTube.
We gotta go for at
2
least
minutes?
an hour.
It's been a lot
Do you
of
still
us.
work at the pet store? Or did you
No, I didn't quit. It's just we can't work there right now.
quit? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Because of the
Hey,
animals.
Oh,
are
pet
already-
store.
Hey,
Alright,
like,
so
He works at Pet Supply
2 of
Plus.
5 of us can actually work.
Yeah, well, I'm about to go get a job up at the DG.
Where?
Dollar General.
Oh yeah, Dollar
Oh,
General.
that's not a bad job.
It's not bad because right now, like in this state, grocery stores are the ones that you need. Like they need help.
Well, yeah, that's.
Well,
You
yeah,
might
but
want
at
to
the
go
same
back to
time-
Berkshire.
I wonder, is
At the same time, they're
is
trying to
chicken
cut
Easter egg?
hours for most employees
no
because
idea.
they know how crazy
It's a
it's
good
going.
question.
Yeah, but
I think drive-throughs
Some-
are all open
some
except restaurants.
hours
You just can't
is
go.
better
to.
than
because,
no hours.
I know
Trust me,
some
it gets
places
annoying really
are
quickly.
just
You
completely-
think?
Because
Yeah,
I was in
but, like,
Florida the
still.
other day.
Anyways,
Literally,
let's talk about COVID.
here's the
Like,
thing
all
about
the
Corona.
shitting.
It's just it happens because I was driving into Florida. I go into Chick-fil-A. We started kind of talking about we're not taking it that serious yet. What are y'all laughing
I
about?
just burped.
Oh.
We're laughing at Garrett's little moment.
Okay, so
Get
driving
it.
into Florida, my parents aren't taking it that serious because we didn't think it was gonna be that serious
Okay, just
before.
gotta apply some.
This was like a week before.
Is that hand sanitizer?
Yeah.
Everyone,
Oh my god.
everyone, get around of it.
Get around.
Give me my mask.
Ow!
Dude, that was a weird
Y'all want
sound.
masks? No, it's fine.
Because I'm hollow.
This
No,
is
bro,
what we
it's 'cause
come
of
into.
this.
Vanilla coconut?
This is what we've come to.
That is the.
Bro, it makes
That
me want to
sounds gay.
puke.
I know,
realize
yeah,
it.
I was
Right.
gonna say that, thank you.
Let's not talk about
I
that.
had gingerbread, but
I
Gingerbread.
hate gingerbread.
Okay,
God, this smells like-
68% alcohol though.
Smells like yogurt.
Dude,
I
you
love
should
yogurt.
eat it. No, this is fucking
Can we
sauce.
just pop the whole thing off?
can we just like ignore the smell? Cause it's like that one time.
Dude, did you
that
get this
one
from
night.
Maddie?
No.
Speaking of happy birthday,
It's Rolly's birthday.
he's 18.
He's 18 years old.
Hey, for my present, go like and subscribe this video.
Yeah, and go check out his other YouTube channel.
Don't
Yeah, it's
please
blown
We'll
up.
leave it in the description. Speaking of,
But
next episode, we're reacting to that.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Next
Oh.
episode, okay, I think
Let's
next
do a reaction next time.
next episode's gonna be a lot of reaction stuff. I think we
Fred,
should do a lot of.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
No.
That was like
I
decent.
mean,
game,
it'd be
I thought.
cool if we had it in like VR and we could play it.
I'm saying like reacting to video stuff live.
And we also need to mention
I
to
have
the
my
audience.
VR.
We need to mention to the audience that we are not a complete cast today. For this episode, we are missing one cast member.
Two.
Unfortunately,
It wasn't two.
You
We're
need
missing
two.
a Gavin
It should
guy.
be
oh, two.
Yeah.
Two.
Just kidding, two.
Okay, we're missing
Gavin.
Gavin?
Price.
Which
Gavin and Ivan.
Well,
And
is
right
Ivan
here.
gonna do it?
Yeah,
Well, Ivan's gonna be kind of like on and off.
He'll be a
He's gonna
recurring guest.
We don't want him in this video because he's kind of going willy nilly with the COVID-19. We don't want to get sick.
Sooner or later,
Yeah.
life will go back to normal,
Yeah, dude.
or the world's.
He's
gonna
not. He doesn't have it, but like
He's just
He-
in that sick mood.
he just doesn't have like. He's just not giving a single shit
Oh, okay.
right now.
which
about
is
it.
not a good idea.
And once like all this stuff dies down, which I really think it's going to, and I hope it does.
Hopefully,
and
in the next 2
like,
3
the
weeks
next
it dies down.
2 or 3 weeks, it's gonna die down because I think we'll all have like the vaccine for it.
Well, the vaccine, like
That's
to
like
get
everything.
the
saw
full vaccine for everybody to have, it's gonna take at least a year, I think.
No.
Yeah, but like
No, and with the whole freaking world,
World,
working
yeah,
on it
no.
right now, some
I
countries
know.
are gonna start pairing up. Somebody's gonna start sharing.
Well, they're testing
information.
vaccines on
No,
old people.
let's talk about
because, they're just
Why the hell was China even screwing with this stuff in the first place?
because they're eating.
There's so many
bats.
rumors. that-
Okay,
There-
conspiracy theory. Trump's trade war was the reason that
Yeah.
China was mad in the first place
and then
because
they
we were
attacked
winning.
Italy.
No,
Attacked
okay,
Italy.
the only reason why the Italian population is suffering is because they live long. They home make their own food. They go on they go on walks. They exercise. They're healthy people, so they live longer typically. So they have a large older population, and now it is
I heard that. Theory.
suffering.
I heard
It is
that theory.
suffering because of this virus.
Well,
now
it's
it
not
has
really a
surpassed
theory.
Chinese.
What's
Kinda what's
just-
I
happening.
just hope this
Population,
isn't like the second coming of
Yeah,
Christ.
the other
It's just
conspiracy
because,
theory is
like,
where.
Don't bring religion
Okay,
into
like
this.
what?
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
We're not bringing
I know.
religion into this.
Be-
But
we don't
for-
want to bring religion and a little bit of politics because it is COVID.
Okay, but
Because it's
what's
very relevant.
Stupid
Yeah.
is
True.
like literally China could have so much worse stuff than just a like mild flu right now, which is what I think of Corona. But like, think of our CDC. We have strands of a lot of bad stuff, but none of it ever gets out. We're never screwing
It's
with it.
because they don't care.
It's like Area 51 and the aliens.
It's
They just
I
never
believe
let
in
us-
Like you
Area
never hear
51.
a leak from our CDC
And you say you don't
that
wanna go
spreads
It's not-
across the world,
Area.
and yet it's always other viruses from like China or say Russia or like the
Middle East.
Yeah, Middle East. It's all this crap that's going on over there.
Yeah. I think okay.
It's a fair
Literally,
point.
I think all this is like some kind of like proxy war.
My
No,
dad,
if
something
it was
like
a
that.
proxy war,
But
there would be a
I
formal
heard-
declaration.
I heard somebody say that they may like China may have been screwing with this stuff for like a population
Protesters.
like control.
Yeah, because
they
listen,
have overpopulation over there. but,
Tiananmen
like,
Square.
a
with-
pandemic is like the number one terrorist attack.
Yeah.
A country could do to the world.
9/11.
But they-
No,
but
I
they
don't
think-
think that's
but
true.
they
An
think that-
EMP would wipe out half the population in America
An
in
EMP?
4 days.
A
It
what?
disables all electricity.
What is
Well,
Okay,
I know
well,
what an EMP
listen
is.
to that. But
all
that's
the
not-
people on respirators, all the people in hospitals, all the
But-
people in the cities,
People,
all the
look at
people,
this.
people with like
Look
heart
at this.
monitors.
That's what.
Yes.
That's what
Okay.
COVID-19 is attacking. Those old people with compromised like immune systems.
Or young people.
Yeah,
that
but you
have
don't
a
see 'em
built-up
dying
immune
in
system.
droves.
But look, I feel like it's okay. If EMP came and hit us, we have like the technology to like notice that something is coming at us.
Yeah.
Johnny,
We
all
have
they would
that kind of technology.
Okay, in 30 minutes, are you going to be able to secure all your electronic devices?
Well, I'm not talking about that. Like some way, somehow, like
We
our
can shoot a
military
big
could
gun
like.
at it.
The only thing that
Shoot a
would
gun
stop
at
an
it.
EMP effectively is a lead object. That's why they, like, when you do the dental work and you
Yeah.
do the x-rays, they put the lead vest on you.
And
That's
why
the
the doctor
only
runs
thing.
100 yards away.
Yeah.
But I feel like okay, our military is pretty stacked, and I feel like they have a lot of stuff that they're not like.
Dude,
They don't
telling
like
us
keep
about-
public. Like I feel like they have like a lot of safety protocols.
Oh, there's definitely stuff to like counter a EMP.
Counter something.
Like it's gonna restart everything.
Like I feel like they already thought about this, you know. But that's the
Okay.
one thing no one has thought about coronavirus getting out because everyone just thinks that's in like animals and everything.
Yeah.
Because my brother used to work at a feed store and they used to sell coronavirus shots for cattle.
Well, yeah, because they can get it, but like
it'd be a 3-way or a 5-way shot,
Yeah.
which is with West Nile and a bunch of other.
And here's the thing: if we can, okay, Ebola, yeah, that was bad, but it's not as bad as like the West Nile is, or not the West Nile, the coronavirus is getting out. But Ebola would have done a lot worse.
like
Oh my
Ebola,
God.
like,
Corona.
Ebola
If-
completely wrecked the people who got it, but Corona's just spreading really, really
Like,
quick.
Well, the thing is, we
really
took
fast.
we took
Ebola-
action to that like real.
Yeah, we took it very seriously while
And that's the
There's-
one thing. And I don't like getting political, like anyway.
Yeah.
But I feel like we like probably should have done something.
we
about
overlooked
this.
it.
I feel like if we did what we're doing,
Well, it's just
like,
new.
no, if we did this, what we're doing, this month, a month ago.
No,
Oh,
that's
we'd
what
be good.
happened.
Not,
We'd
not
be
a
all
month ago.
fine.
Not a month ago. Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, when we first heard about like coronavirus coming out.
Well, we didn't think that it'd be able to get here.
Honestly,
Exactly.
No,
we should have
one
just
person
taken.
didn't
We
think
should have
that
taken
we'd
that
get here.
extra
we
little.
could have cut
precaution.
all like international travel.
But
We
that would have
should.
been
That
deemed
could've-
racist and would have been struck down by all the judges that
Well,
are in the
now
courts.
say cut all
That's
international
true, though.
travel. and figure
Mexico
you're a
wanted to close
citizen
their
or
borders.
not.
That was their decision.
Because if you're a U.S. citizen and you're over here and you may have this virus, we don't want you getting back here and then it's being like, okay,
That's
well,
what happened. That was the first
welcome
case
back
that
to
got
America
back.
and have everybody else infected.
The guy flew into an airport in Washington, literally walked up to an official and said, "I have coronavirus. Take me into custody, and get me to a hospital." Oh God, get me to a hospital.
We can edit that out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I was in the middle of a
I'll
sentence.
put a bleep on it.
Yeah.
Let's intensify it.
Anyway, so
Speaking of, who's staying the night?
I'll see.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
We
But
gotta
at
take
this
you home,
point,
right?
since your eyes
I
are
might.
probably glazed over, everyone, how about them gas prices, right?
Dude,
Oh,
bro!
162.
162 IQT. Okay, I filled up my tank, and I also filled up gas, like a gas tank and a
Okay.
diesel tank, like a 5-gallon tank for my mower and everything, and $32.
Jeez, I'm
That's
probably gonna
how
go
it's
buy.
$32 just for the gas, and it was like another $11 for the
I'm
diesel.
probably gonna go
That's
buy like
crazy.
a couple metal gas.
yeah, for
tanks
me
like
it
those or
only costs
something and fill
$17,
them
and
for
I have
tomorrow.
like a 28, 30 tank.
I have like a 45 gallon
But
tank.
to be fair, there's always the cons to every pro. So,
Running out.
Yeah,
gas.
but
No.
like Trump did buy cheap gas
no.
for this.
That's because Saudi Arabia is currently flooding the market because Russia and Saudi Arabia are in a pissing contest. Saudi Arabia and the United States got into the same kind of pissing contest a few years ago. That's why gas prices kind of went up. And then now they're doing it with Russia. and they're basically trying to drown out the Russian economy because it's unstable, and so they're flooding the market with their gas. But what that does to us is when we have our own gas that we're producing, even right here in this state, it's basically devaluing it. So even if we tried to restart our market with our own product, we couldn't do it because it's so much supply and not enough demand.
So is that what's going on?
That's
Or is
what's
that
going on.
Okay, just making sure. Okay,
Yeah.
literally, if y'all probably know this by now, if you haven't watched this thing, Carter is like basically our fact checker. He's kind of.
I don't have my computer right now,
Carter's
but
like,
yes.
Carter's like Google.
He's a computer.
He's literally a search.
When we don't have
search
Google,
term.
we ask Carter. If we can't use our phones in class, we ask Carter.
If you
But-
want to give an acronym for his name for something that relates to that, do it in the description.
Yeah, for real. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of have to go off topic for a bit. I saw this in one of the comments on the first video that we put up. Okay.
Jose, we already did Corona.
No. Okay, so
I want to look at the comments.
no, I just want to clarify this because we are working on an intro for everyone, so it's not just me in front of the camera in the first video. Like after I'm done making that video, because we all made an intro and I'm gonna edit it and everything, I'm gonna delete the first video and then put that one up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because I don't want this to seem like it's like a solo film, like a solo channel, because that's what like I saw a comment. And it was saying, "Oh, it's just Skate Nate Part 2," which
that was
Reaction.
Riley.
Reaction to
Riley.
that.
okay, we could do a reaction. It's just not on the internet. I have that
Oh
on
my God.
computer. But that was an old channel I started like 4 or 5 years ago.
Mine was
And-
2 years, so.
Well,
So we're gonna put the link for Peyton's in the description.
No.
no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
Just saying, I've never started YouTube, so
Yeah, and
Okay.
here's the thing.
I'm,
I feel
I'm
like
safe.
What kind of
The-
views are we at?
and this.
We're
okay.
at 152 views.
So
That's not
I
terrible.
have
It's not terrible.
a DistroKid, which if y'all don't know what that is, it's a distribution person that can distribute audio to Spotify, Apple, everything, like literally everything, Pandora.
TikTok.
Well, no, it has to be some kind of music streaming service, and music streaming services also have podcast services in it. So if y'all wanted audio only, just if y'all are on like y'all's daily commute to anywhere, like listening at work or at school or anything, or just trying to get a good laugh. Never mind.
Yeah, fair enough.
If y'all,
Actually, what work either?
if y'all are on in front of y'all's computer,
If y'all just sitting at home and you're bored,
yeah, like
Yeah,
if
come
y'all
listen to
want to,
I mean, you already have to be bored. I mean, what else you gonna be doing? Just
Come listen to like
tossing
8
a
or
ball against the wall.
So
I'm not gonna
kids-
lie. If they're this deep into the video,
I'm
They're
so
probably
these are some
impressed.
dedicated
yes, they
fans.
really are.
If
They're-
y'all are, like, we better keep y'all like interested, which I hope we are.
Speaking of,
And by the way, in
What?
the comment
The
section,
video.
feedback is
Oh, yeah.
always required. And if you want us to talk about certain topics that are at least sort of okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and get those comments and topics related and sorted, so that way we
right.
can put it on the wheel of fortune that we have here, and we can actually choose a random topic
Yeah,
on
so
our
we
next
can-
episode.
if we're
Exactly.
getting boring, just tell us, and we can try.
it could be
amp it up a bit.
dares. It could
Yeah,
be
it's our first video. So.
Top-
It literally is our first video, and like if y'all want to, like Blake was talking about this, like we should probably like if y'all wanted to, we could live stream. We could live stream something. Like we could live stream a thing or
I think it'd be
or
better
anything.
we did
And
live
if y'all
stream.
want anyone like specific to come on,
we'll get
like
Donald
like
Trump.
if it's reasonable, you know, it can't be like some kind of celebrity.
Let's get
Yeah.
Mia Khalifa.
Yeah. And we're also gonna, yeah,
No,
and then-
she retired. We
No,
can't.
we need
Oh, she's a sportscaster now, though. She may.
Wait, who is?
Sportscaster.
Yeah.
Mia Khalifa?
She like does like Canadian.
Oh.
You don't know who
sports
that
now.
is, right?
No, hon, have you seen the videos where
Mia?
they do it
Mia
for their
who?
boyfriends? Like, they'll say specific names, and
Oh
if
my
they
God.
say the name, then that means...
Yeah.
I've
And then
seen
we're
them.
also going to try to have different themes to every episode. Like, we'll talk about certain things. Like, if you put in the comments that you're going to be talking about like COVID-19, or you want to talk about gas or economics or something like that, then we're going to try to get it into that kind of organized category. It might not be
Yeah.
an immediate discussion, but it will come along, so stay tuned for that. We might even give a shout out to who recommended that topic and make sure that they're acknowledged
Shout out to Jose Vela
for
getting us
COVID-19.
for
started on
COVID-19,
We are
and
not...
shout out your brother for talking about Mia Khalifa.
And then we
And
might
shout out
even...
to Riley
No,
for
he
doing
didn't.
the Nat 2.0.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out for Shout out
didn't see
Riley
that.
Davis.
And then every once in a while, when we do those, people that are going to come on our show as a guest star or interviewer, we're going to do what we call the witness stand, and we have a stool over here, and they're going to be sitting right in front here next to the camera, and we're going to be asking them questions as if they were on the stand.
Yeah, it's going to be like an interview, and this isn't going to be like the layout for every episode, the layout of our
theme.
Kind of the theme, but I'm talking about just the layout and the overall quality. It's gonna change a lot because I'm thinking about getting new mics and everything, and all that, and probably a new camera.
So this is all preliminary.
This is
take
the
this
most,
at face value.
This is insanely moldable. Y'all's comments are gonna kind of form the show, and y'all's feedback is gonna form the show as well. And we do look at the comments,
we value our people, and we might even do a letter of the day. You want to write in something, we'll send it in, and we'll see if we can talk about it. And it'll be like a personal response from each and every one of us. But on that note, guys, we hope that you've been staying in touch, and that you, start typing in that comment box. Anyway, from us all here at The Shed, we'd like to say good night, or wherever you are, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, right?
Stay safe out there.
Yes.
Don't get corona.
Wash your hands. Don't
Protect
touch your
yourself.
face.
Wash your hands.
Use hand sanitizer.
If you cough
Just
on
stay
me, I'm gonna
smart.
punch you in the face.
And on that note, guys, onwards and upwards.
Like to make bread.